says he is suffering from paralysis on one side of his face and isn't sure how long it will take him to recover. Dr. Raul John Dial is a brain surgeon and neuroscientist at the City of Hope Hospital in Los Angeles and joins me now. Good evening, Dr. John Dial. First of all, what is Ramsay Hunt syndrome?
Well, it's essentially a rare side effect of something most of us have had. So it's chicken pox that flares up later, and it pinches off a facial nerve that's coming out of your brain, going to your eye, your nose, and your mouth. And when that's pinched off through inflammation, it stops functioning. And that's why the right side of his face is struggling to close and lift the nostril and lift the corner of the smile.
Well, you say the illness comes from the chicken pox virus. 95% of American adults have had the chicken pox. Are you saying we are all at risk of getting this?
Well, that's a good stat, and I'm glad you brought that up. So this is a rare long-term side effect. Much more common is shingles. And so what happens is when we have chicken pox and we fight it off, some viral particles hide in the nerves of our skin and by our ribs, and sometimes in these cranial nerves. And later on, when we're stressed out or from chemotherapy or radiation, they can reactivate the inflammation. So this condition, I don't think Americans need to worry about, but absolutely shingles is something to think about. And there's a vaccine for people who are interested. It's a personal decision for people who are over 50.
And what are the symptoms? Are there warning signs that this could be coming on?
No warning signs, but it's clear when it happens. And what's interesting, when I was watching this video on Instagram, his right eyelid, it won't close. So that's concerning to getting corneal abrasions. And when you look at the corner of his mouth, it barely lifts. So when he smiles, the side that function lifts and the side that doesn't stays down. What I'm concerned about is it's quite paralyzed. So there are degrees of paralysis, partially or complete. And the ones that have more severe paralysis tend to have lingering effects. And since he sings, and it can also affect hearing, for his career and fans, it could be something serious.
Wow. I think a lot of people also wonder, is this contagious? Is a virus like this, is it genetic at all for it to reawaken like this? Is it genetic?
Not contagious, not genetic. It's a long-term complication or side effect of chickenpox. Most of us should think about shingles. This just raises our awareness to how sensitive the nerves and the function of our face really is. I mean, you think, well, he can't close his eye. What's the big deal? Well, you can scratch the surface of your eye at night if you don't fully close your eyelid. And then you can't talk and chew as confidently, and that can affect swallowing too, if you can't actually move one side of your face. So I think it just raises attention to diseases that affect the ear, nose, and throat. And a lot of times strokes can cause this, that these can be quite debilitating. It's more than just he can't move his face.
Are there lifelong side effects, irreversible brain damage, nerve damage?
Not brain damage, but the nerve could potentially only recover partially. So rather than a few weeks from now, him having it all back, he might just get 80% back. But if you're a singer again, or you're a rapper, or you're a musician, that loss of 20% function for them is a big deal. Whereas for somebody like me, it may not be as much of a deal.
Well, what is the treatment? How do you reverse the complications of this syndrome?
So first, there is treatment. Acyclovir is an antiviral pill that should be started. I'm sure it did. And then there are these general steroids that they use to bring down the inflammation. People who take those two measures tend to have more of that full recovery. I have no doubt he's on those.
Thank you so much. Dr. Raul John Dial is a brain surgeon and neuroscientist at the City of Hope Hospital in Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
Thank you for watching. Go to News Nation.
Shalom. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rokakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and all the Akim out there that be pushing this truth with nothing but sincerity in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Waking up the hopeful elect out there, started from the tribe of Judah all the way down to Issachar. So as you can see right there, Justin Bieber, though, he they can't move half of his face though. But I believe it's because of those jump shots though. They tell you take these, but a lot of people there's been videos, man, of people that took that that jump shot though, and then they have that palsy though where they can't stop, man. The nerves get damaged though, so therefore they keep moving their arms and legs though. It's because it was that fucking jump shot though, but people don't believe that. But it is what it is though, man. So he was probably someone that took it though. He was someone that probably took it though, and he had confidence in Egypt though, so therefore now he's feeling the after effects though. And people are probably making a big deal about this though, but it is what it is though. But guess what? anything anything that comes to anybody, it comes from above though, first and foremost though. The judgment, even from the slightest paper cut to getting hit by a car, all that comes from the Most High though. And that's the thing about it though. But guess what? There was people even from back then that they were dumb, or palsy though, or they just couldn't hear, or they were blind, and talks about Yahweh Shai and some of the disciples too that heal people like that. For this is an example right here, Matthews 8:6, and saying, Lord, my servant lieth at home sick of the palsy, grievously tormented. And Yahweh Shai said unto him, I will come and heal him. See, so Yahweh Shai was healing the people that couldn't walk though. So things of the matter though. So what you want to call supernatural powers back then, it was something no, Yahweh Shai doing that was normal though. So that's the thing about it though. So people were palsy, were they're paralyzed, or they couldn't move or talk and everything. There was a scripture where Peter grabbed was it the guy by the temple, his hand, and told him, I have nothing to offer you. So he grabbed him by his hand, and he was able to walk though. And I know in the book of Acts though, I believe is the 5th or 6th chapter, when he said that I got nothing to offer, he was asking for change though. I'll just type it in real quick. I know it's the book of Acts though, and I read it not too long ago either though, so so I know it should be. So yeah, he just grabbed his hand and he got up and started walking with them. He started rejoicing with them because they were going in the temple though. Nah, that wasn't it. But you see, there was where is it at though? Slovakia. So even with Stephen though, they killed him because he was doing all these, because like it says 8 right here, 6 and 8. It says, full of faith and power, did great wonders and miracles among the people. And wicked, Pharisees, they saw this. How are we gonna hide this though? When people saw that, so they ended up stoning Stephen though. They ended up killing him though. See, because look at, he was healing. 16, there came also a multitude out of the cities round about unto Jerusalem, bringing sick folks, and then that were vexed with unclean spirits, and they were healed every one. See? So they were doing all these miracles and things like that, So, what Justin Bieber has, I mean, what Justin Bieber has, this is the one actually, that was the one I was actually looking for. That's something that Yahweh Shai, even Peter could have healed though, they could have put their hand over his head and then heal him, and that was it. You know what I mean? But the thing about it though is Justin Bieber, he's of the world though, so therefore, whatever punishment that he's going through, that's because the Most High made that happen though. You know, the Most High made that happen to him though. You know, so this is the scripture that I was looking for actually, Acts 9:33, and I'll read down to 35. And there he found a certain man named Aeneas, which had kept his bed 8 years and was sick of palsy, right? So he couldn't walk because he said kept in bed 8 years. So he was someone that you couldn't walk or do anything though, because he stayed in bed for 8 years. And Peter said unto him, Aeneas, Yahweh Shai Mashiach maketh thee whole. Rise and make thy bed. And he arose immediately. And all that dwelt at Lydda and Saron saw him and turned to the Lord. See? So he pretty much, Peter said, hey, get up, make your bed, you know? And he said, he said, arise and make thy bed. And he arose immediately. See? So he pretty much told him, hey, get up and make your bed, you know? And he rose up fast just by saying that, though. You know what I'm saying, though? So therefore, like I said, man, the Most High uses righteous men to do, you know, he was using them to make miracles happen like that, you know? But everything comes from the Most High, though. Like literally, everything comes from the Most High. If we don't credit ourselves. We credit Yahweh Shema Shai, though. You know? So these men, these righteous men, were healing people, were making miracles back, making miracles back then. You see what I'm saying, though? So how is it that, you know, like I said, man, these people that go down to Egypt, try to get help, though, that's what they get, though, man. Because those are the results. Because he heard him. He said there's a jump shot for that, what was it, the shingles, though, you know? He said there was a jump shot for the shingles. But you see, everything always goes back to resulting to a jump shot, you know? But that's not right, man. Whatever happened to the herbs, whatever happened to, you know what I'm saying, taking herbs and things of the matter like that, you know? People don't be doing that shit though, man. They don't be growing anything though, man. They don't be making their teas anymore like how they used to, man. People just, oh, I gotta make a doctor's appointment. Oh, I got a headache. Man, even to a headache though, to you know what I mean, like something to do with, they could just easily have it in the cabinet though, where they could just pull it out though and then just do something with it and make it to a herb though, you know? So, but the thing about it though is that people are lazy to, man, people are lazy to even make tea, man. You know? I try, you know, I make tea every day though. Put a little bit of honey though, either from the ginger tea. You know, sometimes I have vanilla black tea though, and just, you know, other certain ones that I, you know, take too. And you know, I take them every day though, man. And ever since I've been doing that, you know, the water Yahweh Shema Shai, my asthma's been actually, you know, hasn't been acting up though. Little bit allergies every now and then though, but other than that though, my asthma hasn't been, you know, acting up like how I used to though, you know. So that's a miracle. Cause trust me, I used to have it bad though, man. I used to have that shit bad. So now it's not bad like how I used to though. So, hey man, getting cured from asthma though, hey, that's a, you know what you want to say, call a miracle, you know. But see, that's the thing about it though. So these people that get the after effects of taking the jump shot or things like that, hey man, that's what they get, you know, because they didn't believe in Yahweh Shema Shai though, man. The herbs are good for you though, you know, because let me see real quick though if I could get, you know, let me get is it Elasticus or which one was it though? It's like I'm just gonna type in herb. I know it said herbs though. It was in the book of, I know there's the Sirach 38. Oh, it was 6 and 7. Slakia, yeah. See, Hebrews 6 and 7. For the earth which drinketh in the rain that cometh upon it, and bringeth forth herbs meet for them by whom it is dressed, receive blessing from God. You see? It says, bringing forth herbs meet for them by whom it is dressed, receive blessing. See? So anything would do with that, you know, was just giving like an example though, but you take them herbs though, it's good for you, because if you look in the book of Sirach though, I believe it's the 38th chapter, 3, I think it's 3. Yeah. Well, let's get 3 and 4. Sirach 38, 3 and 4. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. See, the skill of physician shall lift up his head. Yeah, if you know your herbs, if you know your stuff, man, you should be good, man. You know, and the sight of great men shall be in admiration. Yeah, because they'd be like, man, hey, you know, because you know, if you know how to, hey, I got a stomach ache, hey, you know how to cure this, you know how to cure that, and people will be looking forward to meeting you, or telling you, asking you like, hey, man, you know, hey, what can I use for this, or what can I use for that though? Hey, man, you know, that will actually make you even yourself though lift up your head though, because it's like, I got this pain right here, I know what to do, you know. And it's not exalting yourself, but it's just like, you know what to do, man, you know. 4, the Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't avoid these herbs though, you know. These come out of the earth though for a reason though, you know. But you see, here is Esau using his mad scientists in these labs though to create these jump shots. You know what I mean? So, like I said though, you know, I'll just get Exodus 11 and 1. And the Lord, the Most High, said unto Moses, yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt. Afterwards he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out hence altogether. You see, but it says, yet I will bring one plague upon Pharaoh, you know. So, you know, where did that come from? From the Most High. He said, yeah, I will bring. So anything to do with, you know, all those plagues that were happening to Egypt and to Pharaoh and all them though. So I believe the last one was the kill of the firstborn though, of the boy. That was a plague from the Most High though. You know what I mean? A plague could be anything to do with, you know, even talks about it in Zechariah, the 14 and 12, talks about the plague of, you know, of the nuclear destruction though, you know. So anything to do, like it says, yet will I bring one plague though more. So I'll bring one more plague to Pharaoh though, you know, and that was the death of the firstborn though, you know. So all of these things that happen though, a plague, you know, also too, a plague means something that you got sick from something. I got plagued though, you know, like I got sick from something, I got plagued, you know. But like I said, all this comes from the Most High. All this comes from the Most High. So Justin Bieber having half his face not able to move it, function it, is because the Most High ordained it to happen though to him, you know. But people don't believe. People don't believe, man. They're like, oh, this was a genetic thing that my great grandfather most likely had it though, so it got passed down to generation. It happens like that too. Don't get me wrong though. But you see, these so-called physicians, they get into their craftiness though, you know. They believe it's this, they believe it's that, and they talk like if they know and shit though. But in reality, all this comes from the Most High, you know. But they go to their science though, you know. Oh, it's because of this, it's because of that. But in reality though, like I said though, they got plagued from who? From the Most High though, you know. But they always like to have it. These physicians, so-called physicians, like to have an alternative though, you know. Well, we'll look for something or things like that that matter though, you know. And I'll get this last precept. We'll just get this last one. Daniel 5 and 20. But when his heart was lifted up and his mind hardened in pride, he was deposed from his kingly throne, and they took him glory from him. And he was driven from the sons of men, and his heart was made like beasts. You see? And his dwelling was with wild asses. They fed him with grass like oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven. So he knew that the Most High ruled in the kingdom of man, and that he appointed over it whomever he will. Exactly though. So yeah, you know, he made Nebuchadnezzar go crazy though. But you know, I've seen these documents saying that, oh, he had the disease such and such though. Nebuchadnezzar, he ended up getting this syndrome, or I forgot what that disease they called it though, you know, that it was known back then to get it. But it says right here that the Most High gave him that though until he accepted that, okay, you know what, the Most High is the God of this kingdom, though, you know, because it's as it says, so he knew that the Most High God ruled in the kingdom of men, and that he appointed over it whomever he will. Exactly, though, you know. So until he came into a conclusion, Nebuchadnezzar was like, you know what, Yahweh, he's the actual ruler of this kingdom, though, of men, you know. So, but the Most High, like I said, though, but see, they would want to say back then he got caught this disease that made him go crazy and shit like that, though, you know. But it clearly says right here that the Most High made him go crazy like that, you know. So with that, you know, hopefully this video was edifying. You know, until the next one I say, Shalom.